Hello Leo, this is your calm and straightforward reading guided by astrology and tarot. We'll look at what's influencing you right now with the cards, and then we'll look at the planetary overview for the month. This reading, it's meant to bring clarity, not confusion. So take the messages that resonate and leave the rest. I'd always check your sun, moon, rising and Venus and pick out the messages that relate to you, and it can build a bigger picture to help you in your situation. Let's see what the cards are saying. Okay, Leo, you're in a very truthful energy. I think you're cutting through any BS energy around you. 10 of Wands, there's some kind of burden around you. What you don't see coming. Communication coming in, but you're not expecting it. Challenge or blessing at this time. Challenge or blessing. 4 of Pentacles. You might be struggling to keep hold of something that you deem as being yours. What you need to release at this tower at the bottom. What you need to release at this time. What you need to release. Oh, the tower. That tower wanted to come out. You've got Scorpio energy there. Some call it Capricorn too. What you need to embrace. 4 of Swords, a bit of rest. You need to embrace a bit of time out. Advice and guidance. Hierophant. You need to get using a bit of wisdom. Learning something. Staying grounded. Outcome please for Leo. Oh, lovely. Ace of Cups. Okay. Abundance coming in. Lovely. Let's clarify. So for you, for Leos, please, what is this truth and clarity in their energy? What is this Ace of Swords? Clarify the Ace of Swords, please. 2 of Cups could be surrounding a partnership or a deep connection, a mutual attraction. And then you've got the 10 of Cups. The truth of the situation is that if you are single, judgment. Okay, if you are single, you could have your eye on someone and you can vision the 10 of Cups with this person. This person sort of breathes life back into you. You've got the Judgment card there as well. So it is something that rejuvenates you. This could be a scenario, a relationship or an old situationship or something from the past. And it's like you can see if you gave it another go that it could work, that this could be a real, true, mutually beneficial partnership. That's relationship-wise. On the other hand, Libra energy in that, by the way, you could have Libra strongly in chart, or you could be dealing with Libra. That aside, this, you want to be honest. It could be in business, some other sort of partnership, but it's something that affects your home life. It's something that affects your home life. And it's like you're going to speak a truth that is going to sort of, the tower is beneath it. Speak a truth that's going to shake things up. So if this is in the workplace, it's going to just sort of throw things off kilter, but it's for the greater good. It will create stronger partnerships, and it ultimately will work well and lead to the 10 of Cups. So there's 2 ways of looking at that. Energy around you is burdensome. Now, if we're talking work-wise, let's just clarify, but work-wise, you coming in and shaking things up with a load of truth could be burdening people around you. 6 of Swords, and they want to jump ship. Ace of Pentacles and the 2 of Wands. Yeah, let's just go with this work-based scenario. You coming in with your new ideas, shaking things up, and sort of judgment, rebirthing something, doing things another way, is 6 of Swords gonna make people go towards Ace of Pentacles, their own new opportunity. 2 of Wands, it puts them in planning mode to do that. If you are dealing with a person, somebody that you're wanting to reignite, I'm definitely getting reignite something with, this person feels they're aware and they feel burdened by it, and you might be dealing with a bit of a runner here. Really sorry to say it. And I'm not saying that it is the case, but could be dealing with a runner with that Ace of Pentacles that believes that there's a better offer, but it's money based. That person, it's all for the wrong reasons. You're coming at this from a place of love, and this person is planning basically where they would be more secure financially. That is in your energy. This person, I haven't really got a lot of sympathy for this person, but they are burdened. They are burdened by it. What's coming towards you, what you don't see coming, is 8 of Wands communication, Knight of Pentacles. Somebody coming in slow and steady. High Priestess. High Priestess. Got Cancer energy there. Give me one more. 10 of Wands. You've got communication. Could be dealing with a Cancer, but you have got communication, and with the Knight of Pentacles, you have got action. It's a reliable offer. Again, if this is work-based, somebody could just be impressed by how you're handling a situation at work, and they might actually offer you something, a job, a position, something like that, and then but you're going to feel burdened by that. I'm really going to have to do some introspection, go within, work out what you really want with that High Priestess, but it's like you have the answers there. If we're talking, obviously there is this runner, so that is not a stable person. I feel like there is actually somebody else in your orbit that you don't see coming. This could be this Knight of Pentacles, and you're like spiritually on a level with each other, but there is that burden there because part of you is still with this messer. Call them a messer. But yeah, you are going to get communication from somebody else. So tell me about this challenge or blessing, this 4 of Pentacles. What are you holding on to, Leo? 4 of Wands, happy times. Ace of Cups, love. I think you've got genuine love for this person in your energy. Page of Wands, yeah. This person that you're struggling, that you're finding it a challenge to release and let go of, they excite you. They excite you. This running chaser dynamic, it excites you. It is what it is. You still find it challenging, but yeah. Okay, let's keep going. Tower moment. What you need to release. What you need to release. What is this Tower? Scorpio energy. 9 of Pentacles. 8 of Pentacles. And the Ace of Swords. You need to see the truth of a situation. You need to see the truth of a situation with that Ace of Swords. You need to stop holding on to whatever it is you're trying to stop crumbling. Assess the situation for what it is. See it clearly for what it is. And embrace your independence. You need to break free of whoever or whatever keeps putting you in the middle of a Tower moment. This runner chaser dynamic, it is a ongoing, it's a block of flats falling, you know what I mean? And then I think they're hitting the bungalows below. It's just tower after tower after tower crumbling. You get nowhere with this person. And there's this other person on the horizon. Wow, okay. All right, we keep going, we keep going. Heartbreak, 3 of Swords at the bottom of the deck. I actually think that if somebody is affecting you, Page of Pentacles, if somebody is affecting you to the level that I'm seeing, I wouldn't go rushing into anything else anyway. I think you need to take heed of that Judgment card and do some self-healing. I've already said Libra energy. You could be dealing with a Libra. Give us some more for this. 4 of Swords, please. 4 of Swords for Leo. 2 of Swords, that was peeping out. And the Queen of Swords. Okay. You need to take the blindfold off. Again, see a situation for what it is. Cut through any lies, deception. Really think about what you're being told. Really look at holes in stories. Really dig for the truth, but do it in a very casual, calm, not scatty, erratic way. And you need to look at what else could potentially be on offer in the future. Take that time to do the healing. Definitely take that time to process the situation that you've been in, and that by this point you have hopefully released yourself from, taken some time out for yourself to process before you start looking at other options. But this is just to highlight that there are and there will be other options available to you. But yeah, somebody's I'm just not going to. Someone's pulled the wool over your eyes. They've pulled the wool over your eyes, but the mask is going to slip and you're going to see it. Tell me, advice and guidance, Hierophant. This is where you need to start using, your head. You've got the Emperor energy there. It's time for you to stand into your own. I'd say it's time for you. This situation is going to push you into maturity. Temperance. Time has passed. Sagittarius energy, Aries energy with the Emperor. Time has passed. Enough's enough. You know, it's like time's up. The game is up on this person. 6 of Pentacles. You've overgiven. You've overgiven in this situation. The advice is to do that no more. You've given enough. We are where we are. Doesn't look like there's going to be much change. Whether this is in a relationship or at work, we are. The relationship is not progressing. The promotion is not coming. You've given enough. You've demonstrated enough. You've shown enough love. Advice and guidance. It's time to take heed of the lessons. Outcome. Ace of Cups. What is this Ace of Cups for, Leo? 6 of Wands. Recognition. Somebody is noticing you. Ooh, 3 of Swords. They're noticing how heartbroken you are. The Chariot, Cancer energy. And they just want to move forward with you. But somebody is acknowledging that you're hurting at this time, that you've been let down, you've been severely disappointed. But they still see you shining. You're still somebody that shines to them, a standout person. They very much put a spotlight on you. And the Chariot is there. They want to move forward with you. There is somebody. There's somebody just waiting in the wings, Leo. Oh, okay. That was a bit of a reading. Moving on to your astrology. Let's see if anything lines up with what we've talked about. Astrologically, for you, Leo, it's a pivotal month. January 2026, pivotal month. You begin with a spotlight moment. There's your spotlight. So that's somebody seeing you in the spotlight. But you begin with a spotlight moment, moving through major relationship turning points. This is what we've been talking about. And you end with deep emotional transformation. Those 2 sentences have just summed up your tarot card reading. So we start with the full moon in Leo on February the 1st. The full moon lands in your first house of self. So you're front and centre. Absolutely front and centre. Personal projects, self-image issue, life chapter hits a peak visibly, and you see yourself more clearly now. That 2 of everything, the clarity was in there, the truth and clarity, the 2 of Swords, taking the mask off, taking the blindfold off, and others see it too. So even your runner is going to see this transformation. Your practical moves would be own your truth, accept any clarity that arises, accept it. Don't try and deny it. Don't try and sugarcoat it and cover it up. Accept it for what it is, Celebrate a milestone or release what no longer fits your identity, this person, and lead with confidence. You are being noticed, even aside from relationships, work-wise, passion-wise, you are being noticed. February 3rd, Uranus goes direct in Taurus. So this stirs surprises in routines, work, or responsibilities that indirectly affect your relationships and momentum. So keep your plans flexible. The first week of February, say yes to any upgrades in workflow, and if there's any adaptations, take advantage, use them to your advantage. Mercury leaves Aquarius on February the 6th. Now, this is the last window for clear communication in relationships. Until the 6th of Feb, you communicate with precision in one-to-one partnerships, romantic clients, collaborations. So the last window for clear communication, February the 6th. On February the 7th, Mercury enters Pisces. That's centered in your 8th house of transformation. Communication becomes intuitive, emotional, and deeper. It's like stirring like shared resources, truths, debts, and psychological layers. A lot of psychological stuff going on within your spread, but you need to have the deeper conversations that you've been postponing. There's been a lot of delay. There's a lot going on of things not being seen, possibly right before your eyes. You need to review your emotional commitments, listen more than you speak. Your intuition is sharp. Pay attention to responses. Pay attention to body language. Pay attention to facial expressions, tone of language. You need to take note of all this to work with your intuition. I'm going to have a drink because my mouth is just absolutely drying up. February 10 to 11, Venus shifts to Pisces. So the theme becomes more softer, more vulnerable, intimacy, and potential for deep bonding. I wouldn't with that person. Maybe have this with yourself. Venus entering Pisces brings tenderness into matters of intimacy and closeness and shared emotional space. So you basically need to create emotional safety in relationships. Even if for this runner person, you want them to open up, be honest, let you know, are they staying, are they going, whatever. Create that safe space for them to basically lay their cards on the table. At least if it doesn't go in the way that you want it to go, at least you will know. You'll be able to sort of put the matter to bed. Not him or her, but the matter. Lean into compassion as well. Don't avoid the theatrics, avoid the performance, avoid the drama. Just lean into compassion. Everyone has their own demons, their own reasons, their own upbringings, things, childhoods, things that affect the way things pan out in adult life. You know, it's so easy to say, we could just see where they're coming from. Not always that easy, but if you can try and just lean into, like I say, the compassion and not the theatrics, it would actually be easier for you to put this to sleep with as least drama as possible, and just let your compassionate side take over in this case. On February the 14th, 2.5 years of maturing in your beliefs, in life direction in general, possibly potential for travel. The Saturn enters your 9th house of philosophy. 9th house, my words are going, 9th house of philosophy. And this is where you begin a disciplined, long cycle chapter that's going to expand your worldview, your education, your travel, and your overall purpose in life. So that's quite, philosophical. That is the house that it is stirring. You need to commit to major study, to even a philosophical shift. Create long-term travel plans or academic plans and practice disciplined optimism. So disciplined, not far-fetched and, you know, not sporadic, disciplined optimism. Have the vision, hold the vision. February the 17th, powerful time. You've got the solar eclipse in Aquarius. So this is where you could have a bit of a relationship reset. Destiny, level shifts in partnerships, things really, it's in your 7th house. I've just got a ringing in my ear. It's in your 7th house of relationships. Do you know what? I'm just going to say, I have been so jittery in this reading. It's just weird. I can't seem to sit still. I just feel a bit restless, mouth dried up. I've got a ringing in my ear. It's like this has been a bit of a uncomfortable reading. It's really, really weird. Where was I at? So I was at the solar eclipse. So your 7th house of relationships, partnerships. So this, I think this is where I've just got a bit jittery. So partnerships, they can begin, they can end, or they can dramatically change. Destined people enter, outdated people, dynamics, they break apart. This is that kind of thing that's going on in your spread. So you need to observe. Don't force. Eclipses will reveal truth rapidly. Clarify roles and expectations. Say yes to aligned people and gracefully release the rest. On February the 19th, the sun enters Pisces. So focus. The energy shifts. The energy shifts here inwards towards deep shared. Sorry. My words are absolutely just, I don't know what has happened with this reading. But towards deep emotional healing, intimacy, and financial merging. So you need to focus on the inner work and have that emotional detox. You definitely in need of an emotional detox. And that is like, that ends your reading, the need for an emotional detox. And I said you need to give yourself time. Whoever comes offering a pentacle, you do need to give yourself some time. So that was your reading. That is your message for your sign. If this resonated, you are welcome to subscribe. But for now, be gentle with yourself and I'll see you next time.